GDP growth looked strong on paper, the benefits were unevenly distributed. Wealthier households could absorb higher costs, without much change to their lifestyles, but middle and working-class families felt the squeeze. Many found themselves cutting back on outings, skipping vacations, or postponing big purchases. For most Americans, the rising cost of living became impossible to ignore. Consumer confidence dropped as people grew anxious about their financial futures, and many began to worry about how they would afford upcoming expenses. The holiday season, usually a time of celebration, became a source of stress. Many families planned to cut back on gifts and festivities, hoping to stretch their dollars further. Businesses like Kids 2, a toy maker, faced mounting costs as they paid millions in tariffs. To stay afloat, they had little choice but to raise prices, which only fueled inflation further. This cycle of rising costs hurt both companies and consumers, creating a ripple effect throughout the economy. As frustration grew, public opinion began to turn sharply against the tariffs. What was intended as a policy to protect American workers was now seen as a burden on everyday families. In small towns and big cities alike, economic pain at the grassroots level became impossible to ignore. The hardships faced by ordinary Americans became a driving force behind the growing legal and political backlash against the tariffs. With the tariffs ruled illegal, over $100 billion in collected duties is now in dispute. Companies are fighting for refunds, triggering one of the largest financial battles in recent memory. Lawsuits had already been filed by major firms, but it's unclear if all affected businesses will get their money back. A secondary market emerged, with investors buying refund claims for pennies on the dollar, betting on the outcome. The administration is resisting widespread refunds, citing complexity, and trying to move funds into the Treasury. Businesses are seeking emergency injunctions to prevent this, escalating the legal standoff. The outcome will determine whether American companies are compensated for what the court deemed illegal taxes. The stakes are enormous, with billions hanging in the balance. The end of the tariffs means imported goods should gradually become cheaper, easing inflation for consumers. As prices on everyday items like electronics, clothing, and groceries begin to fall, families may notice their budgets stretch a little further. This change won't happen overnight, but over the coming months, shoppers are likely to see more competitive pricing and a wider variety of products on store shelves. For many households, this could offer some much-needed relief after years of rising costs. Businesses gain stability, no longer facing unpredictable trade barriers, and manufacturers relying on imports will see costs drop. With fewer obstacles in the way, companies can plan for the future with greater confidence, invest in new projects, and potentially pass savings on to consumers. Small businesses in particular may benefit